Good day, everybody. Tag is sleeping in his platform. Used to be a hay feeder, but it didn't really work out very well for a hay feeder. But anyway, he's sleeping in his platform. The horsies are up here underneath the shelter, and I am going to work on getting the kitties to move from the old barn that is now the shop. So that is the old barn. And there's a kitty right there. His name is Meowth. And what I'm going to do to help Meowth move from the shop to the new barn, because this is actually where he will be living. There's also another kitty named Leia, and she will be moving over here as well. But my idea is to just give him some cat food or canned cat food, because he really loves his canned cat food. And I'm going to move his little bowl with some food in it a little bit every day, closer and closer and closer. Hey, Fabio. Closer and closer and closer to the new location, so that he feels nice and comfortable coming over here, and that it's a slow transition. And then they will move into the barn and do what they're supposed to do and enjoy life over here. So I will show you right now my plan of doing so. Hi, good boy. Hi. Yeah, hi. Are you ready for some food, Meowth? Are you ready for some food? Does Meowth want some food? So this is Pringles, and Pringles is one of the inside-outside cats. He actually lives in the house and gets to roam around outside, and he actually roams to the barn, to the shop, and down the road to the pond. He just follows us everywhere and just goes everywhere. But he is a far less timid cat. And Meowth, he's a very, very timid kitty. He always has been. He's always been like over guarded as far as protecting himself, and always been a more nervous cat. So when it comes to venturing far from his home, it's just something that he doesn't enjoy doing, and it makes him feel very uncomfortable. In fact, Meowth has herpes, which I guess is super, super common in cats. And how we found out that he has herpes is when we moved here and put them in the shop, so that they didn't get lost and run away. He broke out really bad. His eyes were really, really puffy. He had, his mouth was really, really swollen, and he had a lot of discharge from his nose. But the main thing was his eyes were just like extremely swollen. And what I was worried was I thought he had gotten in a fight. And Mr. Pringles here, he's a kind of a bully when it comes to things. And I thought maybe he actually got scratched in his eye by another cat. So we took him to the vet to get what we needed to heal his eyes. And whenever we got there, I told her that's what I thought happened. And she said no, that he actually has herpes. And I, of course thought, oh no. And she said he was a feral cat. We found him as a kitten and had him neutered and everything. And he's been with us ever since. But she said it's very common for feral cats to inbreed and overbreed and so on and so forth. And so it's just one of those things that gets passed on from too much breeding. And normally you don't even know that a cat has it until they get stressed out, and then they have like a breakout. And that's actually what happened to Meowth. So by moving here and putting him in a new location, because he is an oversensitive kitty, he just had a flare-up, and it caused his herpes to cause everything in his sinuses and his eyes and everything else just to be inflamed. So we ended up having to put drops in his eyes, and then some antibiotics that he had to take by a syringe every day. And we did that for about 2 weeks, and then he was cleared up, and he hasn't had a flare-up since. But I don't want to stress him out by moving him to the new barn. And so that is another reason why I want to do this really, really slowly. Now, the kitty that I'm going to have problems with is Leia, because Meowth is very food motivated, and Leia, who is over here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get her. She's camouflaged. She's right there. Leia is not food motivated. She does not care about food. She eats, obviously, because she's alive, but she is not motivated by food at all. She does love to get attention, and she loves scratches and talking to you, and she walks with us and everything else. But she is not motivated by food. Like Meowth, we would be able to get him over there by, like what I've said earlier, just moving his dish a little bit at a time until he got comfortable with the idea that he gets special treat, a can of food. Hi, Leia. That he gets a can of food when he makes it over to the barn. But Leia, she doesn't even care. She's just like, yeah, you're not getting me with food. I don't think so. What you doing, Leia? So these two are our two barn cats. We had another barn cat. Her name was Midnight. We loved Midnight. Midnight just disappeared. We don't know what happened to her. She was here one day, and then the next day she was gone. And we hoped and hoped and hoped she would come home, and she hasn't. So we're not really sure what happened to her. But so Leia and Meowth are our barn cats, and like I said earlier, Pringles, he's our inside-outside cat. But anyway, and he's a bully. You can tell the way Leia is acting. He will chase her around, and I try to teach him not to. But it's okay, Leia. See how scared she is, and she's wandering back to her secure place inside the shop. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I've got him a little bit away, not very far, but this is the very first time I've ever fed him outside. So Leia, like I said, is going to be the tricky one. Maybe she'll just follow us over like she did just now. If Pringles, might not have to let him out. I might have to keep him in the house when I'm doing this so he doesn't scare her back. But anyway, maybe Leia will follow Meowth and I out as we go, slowly but surely, because she loves her attention. And we will see what happens. She is scrunched down in some buttercups, trying to get Pringles not to see her. She's like, I am camouflaged. I am not here. You do not know I am here. And Pringles got distracted by some birds. But anyway, that is what I'm doing to try to get the kitties to go to the new barn so that they feel safe and secure and know that that is their new home. So that's all I've got today, guys. Thanks for watching, and talk to you again next time. Bye.